Dead in the middle, a little Italy. That we know that we riddle two men in the middle, didn't do diddly. Woo! Big pun. Christopher Rios, aka Big Punisher, man. Pack of the Mac of the back of the act, pack of the Mac of the back of the act. Even Jesus was killed by the police. Yo, Big Pun, the top three greatest MC of all time, next to Eminem and Nas. South Bronx legend, New York hip hop legend, period. Respected by every MC that has ever walked this earth. Uh, Today is his death day anniversary. Long live Big Punisher, man. You know there was only two celebrities that have ever cried for in my life, like really really shed tears, I cry like a baby. Was Big Pun and Kobe Bryant, man, the Black Mamba. Big Pun was a big influence in my life. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, especially when he was alive. Big Pun, he passed away, and of course it's February 7th of 2000, and I was in I was in eighth grade. I was in eighth grade. I was in a group home called Grand Wyndham, which was on Sawmill Road at the borderline of Yonkers, New York, across the street from where DMX attended Children's Village. Well, he wasn't there at the time when I was there because he's older than me, of course. Rest in peace to DMX as well. But it was across the street from where the group home that DMX was in. And actually, I've seen DMX. DMX visited twice when I was there in Grand Wyndham back in 2000. Well, I was there in 99 and I was there 2000. I came home in the summertime, like June. When I graduated eighth grade, I came back home to my mother because, I was in the system. I was in foster care and all that. But I went through foster care. Then I went to two group homes. And the last group home, of course, was Grand Wyndham. Uh, Big Pun, man. When I remember when I first heard Pun, I was blown away, man. Just like I'm sure like everybody else was that was around at that time. Big Pun was phenomenal, man. One of the illest lyricists I've ever heard. I mean, the wordplay, the rhyme schemes, everything, man. Every bar for bar, man. This dude, he didn't have nothing trash, man. Big Pun was, that classic. His first album alone should be top five great of hip hop albums of all time. Should be up there with Illmatic and all that. Uh, growing up, I'm from the South Bronx, chubby Puerto Rican kid from the South Bronx. So definitely Big Pun had a major influence on my life because especially when you was growing up in the '90s, being a Puerto Rican and chubby and shit, I had to deal with the people trying to joke on me and trying to bully me and all that. So that's why I grew up hard. That's why I had to learn. But Big Pun definitely gave me that confidence that you could be big and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You could be a player and be big. You could be, you know what I'm saying? You could be loved by the females and you know what I mean? All that. You got to be Diesel and all that shit is a myth, man. You know what I'm saying? Big niggas, big niggas. You got swag and you got money and you doing you, man. Trust me, you gonna get the females as well. And that's not being big is not ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as you take care of yourself, of course. But I'm saying, you know, uh, well, Biggie and Big Pun made that, put that on the map. That as far as what I know, you know what I'm saying? Um, I got so much love for Pun, man. I tell you, I cried when Big Pun passed away, man. I cried like a baby, man. I remember that like it was yesterday, man. I was in a actually I was taking a shower. I remember because we came out of school. I remember we was at the cottage. They had cottages in Grand Wyndham, and I remember that day, it was shower time, whatever. I took my shower, and when I came out the bathroom, they was announcing all over the radio the passing of Big Pun, and yo, when I heard that, I got crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I went crazy, man. I was crying. People thought a family member died or something. They was like, yo, your mom's passed away, your grandma passed away or something. Like, that's Pun. You know, a lot of kids didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? It hit me hard. You know, like I said, I'm from the South Bronx, Puerto Rican from the South Bronx. I mean, that shit. You know, dude, that Big Pun was like a hero, man, to us, man. To especially listen specifically to the Puerto Rican community. You know what I'm saying? Big Pun was like a hero, man. You know, and mostly the majority of us looked up to Pun. You know what I'm saying? Pun was the first Latino artist to go platinum. And you know, he put us on the map. You know what I'm saying? Like Puerto Rico was already involved with hip hop since the beginning, but Big Pun put the stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? The whole shout out to the whole Terror Squad. Shout out to Fat Joe. You know, for giving Pun a chance to shine. You know what I mean? For putting Pun on the map. So definitely Fat Joe should get credit for that. Even with all the the controversial situations that was going on behind closed doors. After Pun passed, you know, we all heard the stories, but I'm not gonna get into that. This is not what this is about. This is about paying tribute to a Bronx legend, to a hip hop legend, to a hip hop pioneer even after death. Straight up, one of the greatest MCs that has ever walked this earth. And I don't think we ain't never gonna hear somebody like him again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've heard plenty of other lyricists that's super lyrical and all that, but Pun just had like a certain, like he was, you know, I think what made him great was his sense of humor, and he wasn't afraid to be himself. You know what I mean? So I think that's what made Pun unique. You know, just like his third album said, man, endangered species, man. He was just a species of his own kind, man. You know what I mean? I would love to play like something upon or something, but I keep getting copyrighted in my videos, man. I would love to like play music upon or something, but or like I would have edited the video and throw some like music upon in there with some like video footage and something, which I'm still trying to learn how to master that. But definitely, you know what's funny? The closest glimpse I got to see a Pun that I remember, and it's funny because I didn't even know about him too much, but it was him. Cause somebody, I remember when they mentioned it to me. We had went to. There used to be a weed spot on Rogers Place in the Bronx, right by Interville, where his mural was at. It was a. I could talk about it. It's not there no more. You know what I'm saying? That was back in like I remember. I think the last time I think when we went, it was like '97, something like that. And I remember I was with my dude Bull. I don't know if Bull see this here, remember this. I remember it was me, Bull, and I think Selassie was with us, man. This other one of the other homies from the hood. And we went to that video store to get some bud. I ain't smoke weed like that, but I was just going with them because I was the youngest. I was the baby in the crew out the hood. You know what I mean? So I just started to like started roaming around the hood. You know what I mean? I was just a kid, man. And I remember, but they was older already. You know what I'm saying? But I used to run around with them sometimes. And I remember anyway. I remember we went to that video store. It was by the gas station right there on Interville. I remember it was the old school. It was some real like some shit you see in the movies where you got to bang on the metal door and they open up the thing. Some Jamaicans ran that. You know what I mean? That, if I remember. And they pass you the weed. You put the money in there. They pass you the weed through there. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, oh yeah, we saw, and there was a big figure there. You know what I'm saying? I remember. Oh, that's right. That's how we know. We was with this Dominican dude named Ralphie. Rest in peace to Ralphie. Ralphie passed away last year. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him, man. And I remember him mentioning that. He was like, yo, that's Pun. But he was into all that already because he was a deep hip hop head, and I remember, you know, like my man Boy used to always run around with the boombox, and he always playing mixtapes and tapes from that time. Yeah, mixtapes, of course, is around that time. For those who don't know, I act like G Unit was the only one that really started. G Unit made it popular to rap over other dudes' beats, but you know, mixtape. Come on, people was already doing mixtapes. Ron G and them, and you know, goes all the way back, man. DJ SNS, Clue was doing it. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, man, I remember him telling me like, "Yo, that big figure." He was like, "Yo, that's Pun," and I'm like, I didn't know who the hell that was at the time. You know what I mean? Like, I really didn't start getting to know Pun until like I remember first hearing him on the radio, probably like the beginning of '98 or late '97 or something like that. After that. So it's crazy. I wish I would have really knew who it was at that time. You know what I'm saying? I would have definitely went up to Pun, man, and try to talk to him or something, man. That's crazy. But um, it hurts my heart, man, because I wish Pun was still here, man. I wish we lost a great one right there, man. That's crazy, man. But shout out to the whole Rios family, and I hope it. Even though I know his son is older now, I don't I already know how old his son is now, but I hope his son does something and continues the legacy of his father. I think that would be fantastic. You know what I'm saying? But if not, it's cool, man. I've heard some of his son's music, and he sounds like his father, and he spits some good content. But of course, to carry, when you're a person, whether you're an athlete or whatever you're doing, when you're trying to carry like your father's mantle, especially if he's a legend, it's so hard to do. It's so hard to match what your father has done. You know what I'm saying? We see it a lot in the NBA, but I mean, music wise or anything like that's just very, very difficult. You know what I mean? So, but shout out to his son for trying it and busting his ass to try to carry the mantle. You know what I'm saying? I wish him and Fat Joe wasn't beefing, but I wish they was in good terms. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Some things you just can't control, right? Um, yeah, man, Big Pun, one of the greatest lyricists of all time, and rest in peace, Pun. We still love you. We will always forever uh, uh, speak your name and throw your name out there, regardless of all the negativity that has been thrown out there with your personal life. But we don't care about that, man. We love you for who you were, and hopefully I can see you when I pass, man. I would love to meet Pun, man, in the afterlife, straight up. Numbers don't lie. Facts don't care about your feelings. It's your boy Genghis Kaz. 2 take away 1.